game, KPMG is a home game, Founders is a home game, so it's pretty amazing to be playing more golf in the state of New Jersey. There is a ton of great golf here, so it's wonderful that we're getting to showcase some LPGA players on a course like Liberty National, which is really wonderful.
Speaking of which, how amazing is it that the LPGA Tour has this opportunity to play at Liberty National, and how important is it just for us to have these types of opportunities and these courses?
Yeah, Liberty has, the reputation is great. They held a President's Cup. They had a couple of playoff events for the PGA Tour over the course of the last 10 years. So it's nice for us to be playing on these reputable courses as well. And the experience overall has been so cool. We're staying downtown at the Conrad and then taking the ferry over. And it's just such a unique week. And I think all the players have been enjoying it.
Speaking of that, also Mizuho putting on a great event, getting players hotel rooms, allowing them access to the ferry. How amazing is that for you all this week?
They have been unbelievable. Mizuho, their hospitality, everything that they're putting together for the LPGA, just shows it's a testament to how invested they are in women's golf, which is great.
Awesome. Beth Ann, go ahead with your question.
First of all, could you just tell us?
Hi.
Better? There? Yeah, okay. Can you tell us what it takes to be successful on this golf course? What are its challenges?
Yeah, it's a good course. I think it has that if the wind picks up feel to it because we're kind of along the Hudson. There's some areas that are exposed. So I think there'll definitely need to be some ball flight control from, whoever is winning this week is going to need to hit some precise tee shots and hit good approaches into the greens. There are some pretty tricky runoff areas. If you're missing greens in the wrong places, the up and downs become pretty challenging. So there is some strategy involved to having some success out here. And some of it will be weather dependent in terms of, I guess, how low the scores may or may not go, depending. Right now it's set up great. It's set up really fair. And I think that you'll have, a very solid champion out of this golf course.
Are you paired with a junior? I know there's only 24.
Not yet. So my understanding of it is the LPGA is we're doing our groups for the first 2 days, and the juniors are doing their groups. I believe they're kind of alternating or stacked amongst the tee times. And then on the weekend after we're cut, I believe it'll be 2 LPGA and 1 junior mixed together then on Saturday and Sunday.
Did you play a practice round with a junior?
Yes, I did. Michelle and the whole team at Mizuho, they set up a really cool, just a mentoring type program that they had this week. So some of us volunteered to either have lunch with a junior or play with a junior, and I got to play with Sarah M., a really great girl. She just committed to Vanderbilt, so she'll actually be another Commodore starting in August. So it was really cool to meet her and kind of just help her along or just, whatever she may need moving forward. But just it's nice. I think the whole point of this week is to make, that transition from junior golf into collegiate and then professional golf, a little bit more seamless for them. I know when I was a junior that nothing like this existed. You would kind of come out, and if you qualified, let's say, for a U.S. Open, or if you played a professional event as an amateur or as a junior, it was a little scary. So I think this is a great way to kind of break that ice and make it just a little bit more of a welcoming environment for them.
And how would you describe your good friend Michelle as a host this week? What has she done?
She's killing it.
Yeah, in what way?
She's crushing it. The whole concept of the event itself is unique and new, and it's a great way to just show more young talent in the golf, in women's golf in general, but also just like the amenities, like everything that we as the pros are getting just from the gifting when we arrive, Nike swag, all different stuff, staying at the Conrad, the ferry, this golf course, overall, when you think about it in a grand scheme, it's really one of the best run events we have so far, in addition to our majors.
Impressive for a new event.
Yeah, they're absolutely doing a wonderful job. Michelle, the team at Excel, they're really doing fantastic.
Thank you.
So you're a New Jersey native. Talk about having this large swing around here. Are you feeling the buzz from the New York, New Jersey area as the swing has continued to go through?
I think so. I think it would have been more interesting to see if there was a little bit more fluidity from a schedule standpoint, and we played maybe, let's say, like 3 or 4 weeks here consecutively. You know, we had great buzz for Founders. This event, I feel like, has gotten a lot of traction. Then we'll head to Atlantic City. We do have that one break off before coming back to KPMG. It would have been kind of cool to see them all 3 in a row, because I think it would have built up a lot of hype. Baltusrol and Liberty are really not that far away from one another, so when people get wind of, oh, there's a golf tournament around and then there's another golf tournament, I think we would, hopefully we're gonna, pull up some really big crowds.
And you're playing at Liberty, but the LPGA is going to a lot of great courses this year, especially along the majors.
Yes.
How much of that, in your opinion, really elevates your guys' game to get that exposure?
It's key. It really is. It's definitely, and I know as players we've been saying this for a really long time, it's kind of a little missing piece in the puzzle for us. When we are playing great golf courses like this week, or Baltusrol, or Pebble, or wherever we're playing, just in this year, I think it just helps show how great women's golf is, because there's a benchmark that has been set by men's golf, PGA Tour, of how wonderful those courses are. And then when you see unbelievable champions on the women's side playing at these courses, I think it just makes everyone understand how strong our product really is.
And, you talked about the amenities that Mizuho is putting up, but they're also putting up a very large purse,
yes,
comparatively. Is that just an added thing as you guys have seen other sponsors put up purses? Is it gratifying, and where do you take that as a player, and where would you like to see it go?
I think it's great. I think it's just basically setting a new benchmark for our tour. As new events come in and we have new title sponsors, it's nice to see that we are starting at, a 2.5 and higher range. And I think that kind of just pushes the envelope across the board, where when sponsors renew, or if a new title does decide to come in, you can't really go lower than that, because the standard has been set. And I think that's really important. So, hats off to Mizuho, and we have had a couple other events this year that are coming in around the 3 million mark, and it's really, I think, important to kind of keep elevating our game.
All right, I'll close with this question. You've hosted an AJGA event before. Yes. Take us through that experience and how important it is that AJGA is to you.
Yeah, I grew up playing the AJGA. It took me a little while to get any status on the AJGA tour. I think my first event was in 7th grade, and relatively speaking, that's like old now, I think. It was my pathway to getting a college scholarship, and it still to this day is the strongest junior golf tour. So if you're a junior golfer and you're looking to get recruited by colleges, you're playing the AJGA, and then you're obviously trying to play your U.S. junior or U.S. junior girls, but it is still the top of the top. So it's wonderful to have all these AJGA players here, and I did host an event for 3 years, and it's just nice to be able to kind of be involved and give back just a little bit to a tour that really helped me. If you look at it from the entirety of my career, it's the beginning step, but it's the most important step, really.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, Marina.
Thanks.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Amazing.
Okay.